everybody. Welcome back to Crochet, a Canadian crochet podcast. I am your hostess, Claudia. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm going to do a better job of introducing myself this time because when I watched the last episode, which I'll link in the cards up here, there were some things left to be desired. But I'm so glad that so many people decided to give it a look. So here we are, episode 2. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Claudia. I live in southern Alberta, Canada, and I loved crochet. So today's topic, I'm going to start today, being that it's Wednesday, with my work in progress update. So I can't remember if I said last time or not, but I had to buy more of this wool and I couldn't remember where I had stashed the extra ones. So luckily I found them and I've been able to get to work on it. The past couple of days I haven't done a whole lot. I don't know if anybody else gets this, but I get a sore hand, but it's not my crochet hand. So I'm right-handed, hold my crochet in my right hand, or hook, sorry, in my right hand, and I go along. And then I hold the yarn with my left hand, obviously, because if you're not doing one with one, you do it with the other. But this is the hand that gets really tired, and I'm not sure why. So I have a lot of pain in, like, at the base of the metatarsals, sort of where they join into the bones of your wrist, which is unfortunately very complicated. I can't really narrow down exactly what it is, but the peak of the pain is sort of, there's like a little, on my body anyway, there's a little dent and I can feel tendons and stuff in here. That's sort of where the most sore is. So I find that it's worse when I'm using this really fine yarn. This is sock yarn. And I guess it's probably because I like kink my hand so tightly like this to hold it, but I don't know. But I had to take a break for a few days just to give my arm a rest. It's feeling a lot better now. I can do all of the things that I like to do and move it around and it doesn't hurt anymore. So I'm glad for that. All of that to be said, I have progress to show you, which I'm glad for. Ta-da! So this is the back. But you can see I've got, where's the skirt stitching starting? Right here, right here. So when I showed this to you last week, I was about here, and then so far I've made this much progress. So this is slow going because it's fine. And I've been doing a lot of trying it on to see how it looks. And while it's not exactly how I thought it would be, I am really enjoying how it turned out. Maybe next week once I have some more shown. Actually, if I'm going at this rate, it should be done by next week. Anyway, when it's finished, I'm definitely going to try it on for all of you on camera here so you can see what it looks like on. But it's really sweet and it's working up really well. And I mean, obviously, like there is that where the yarn has been joined, I have to fix and stuff like that. I can't wear it out like that. But, you know, just giving you an update. Whoops. But yeah, I'm really liking it. So that is my work in progress update. What else have I done? I've started working on the gauntlets and I'm not done them yet. And I really wish I had them this week. There were some cold steering wheel days, let me tell you. Yeah, so I have a little bit of a swatch. Where did I put it? Okay, I found it. I started this a little while ago and I got this far. I'm using a size 4mm hook. That was what was recommended on the label of it. Oops, the ball almost fell off my lap. Yeah, so this is it. It's just a herringbone half double crochet stitch, and it'll be worn like this way. So we'll pretend that it's wider. This is a really easy pattern. It's not really a pattern. You basically, if you could crochet a rectangle, you can crochet a gauntlet, a very simple basic one. So what you would do is, and again, we're pretending that this is full size, but it is not. We know this, but we're pretending. You would take it once it's finished like this, and you put the two long edges together, and then you crochet up to the point where your thumb would go, and then you leave a space there, and then you continue to the top to seal that up. And then it would leave a hole, and then it's a very, very rudimentary shape gauntlet, but it works, totally works. So it's roughly like that. Again, that's why we have to use our imaginations. So this yarn wound up really nicely. I did have to do my really awkward putting the skein around my knees and then stirring my witch's pot. That's what I call it. And yeah, like it's working up nicely. There's not a lot to say to it about it, actually. It's wool, so it does wool things. It has that wool smell. It has the wool feel. I'm going to wash these when they're finished. I'm going to hand wash them, and then this is a trick my grandma taught me, and I'm not sure if it's actually even good for this stuff, but I keep doing it because it does work. So I take a bit, and I mean like a little bit, of hair conditioner. I usually get for colored hair, obviously, because this purple's not my natural color, and or if it's very dry hair, that's the type I usually go for. So I take about, probably a teaspoon at the max in like the sink full of water, and wash it with soap, rinse it gently with cold water. Then when you go to rinse it the second time, I don't know, this is just what she showed me. You put conditioner in the water, and then you mix it up really, really well, and then you let it sit like conditioner, and then rinse it out again, and it comes out super nice. I had a few sweaters that she purchased for me that she would wash that way, and they always turned out really beautiful, and they weren't itchy, and they smelled so nice. So I'm gonna give that a try once these are finished. So it's nice to see these on camera, because the stitching looks a lot better on camera than in real life, because I look at it in real life and I think it looks a little bit boring, and then I see it, maybe just because the light's better this way, but I see it on here and it looks good. And then also my plans for this is to bust out my embroidery needles and put some flowers or something on here. I was thinking some sprigs of lavender, because lavender is definitely, it is my favorite smell. I love the color of it. I love the shape of it. It's so lovely. And I used to have a lavender tree, and unfortunately passed away this summer due to, our summer was really, really hot, and it didn't get watered appropriately. So unfortunately I came home from holidays, and it was just this dried up tree, but it was beautiful while it lasted. So yeah, in homage to my lavender tree, I think that's what I'm going to do. But if you guys have any more suggestions of what I should do, I think that would be fun too. What else? Okay, did I go to Michael's? I didn't go to the nice yarn store. I did go to Michael's. I would really like to crochet myself a cardigan once I'm done the little dress thing, because I prefer, this is a sweater that I got from a consignment store, and it's lamb's wool, it's TNA. I really like it. The elbows are starting to go a bit on it. Anyway, I have another cardigan that I got, and unfortunately it's fast fashion, and I didn't realize that at the time, that the company that I purchased it from had changed their manufacturing processes. So live and learn, made a mistake. Now when I know better, I can do better. So I would rather make myself, and yes, I know this yarn is like fast fashion yarn, but oh man, you know, I feel like you just can't win. I'm trying to do my best here. Anyway, trying to make a cardigan to replace the one that I will be moving along, because it's in terrible shape. It's all ratty looking. It's not even that old. But okay, so the whole point of this is saying, like, I like these cardigans more than a pullover sweater, even though I personally find a pullover sweater is a little bit easier for me. I don't really think about it when I'm making it. But then when I was thinking, I'm like, well, the way that I make sweaters, I can make a cardigan the same way, but then just flip it around. So instead of having it like joined at the back with a slip stitch, I'll just not slip stitch it, and the front will be like that. And then I like how this one is too, how it has a border, and then just have something like that that'll have the buttonholes, probably something just like a double crochet, something very rudimentary that will work, but I would like it in this color. And so that is my next, I guess my next big project. I've got so much stuff on the go. I have not touched the blanket that I reviewed for you guys last week. I have added another blanket. It's like a wide scarf or a very, very narrow blanket, or perhaps even a towel I've started making for the chair, and I'm going to mispronounce it, and I apologize. I don't know how to say this, but the Poang chair that's from IKEA. I have a granny square cover that I made for it, but it's not lasting that well. It was made of this really weird recycled yarn, and it stitched up really nice, but it has not lasted very nicely. Like, it just looks kind of like old and grungy, and I'm replacing it with something else. So that's on the go. I have a big blanket for my son that he has asked me to update, oh gosh, probably 2 years ago. He would like a waffle stitch, which I was like, yay, because I love waffle stitch. What else have I got? The dress, the gauntlets. I feel like there's probably something else that I've like squirreled away and forgotten about. Oh, there is. I have another blanket. Oh my goodness, Claudia. I have another blanket that I exclusively work on in the car. So it is made of this wool-like loops and threads yarn from Michaels, and I like how it works up. It's really small, it's really cute, it's really fun. It's for a light summertime blanket for probably our bed. I'm not sure exactly. I just really like making blankets. But I had a ton of that left over after a sweater that I made because I really overbought how much yarn I thought I would need. I think I got 3 or 4 balls of each color. Oops, right here. That was one of them. I had yellow, one called pumpkin spice that they don't make anymore, and then this really pretty dark like denim blue color. Anyway, all that stuff to be said is that I had it all, so I wanted to use it for something and I didn't want any more clothes out of it. And because I overbought so much, I have a lot of that. But I got this because they had a sale. Whoops, not this one. Where is it? This one. It's hard to do it on camera. This one, because they were having a sale at my local Michaels and everything was 25% off. Well, the yarn was 25% off, so I stocked up on a few things, and that's when I also got the extra ones for the dress that I'm making and all of that. Okay, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm going to cut this a little bit short today because I'm really feeling under the weather. There's some kind of norovirus bug going around, and I'm trying my best not to get it, but oh goodness, I don't feel up to a whole lot today. Luckily, it was a pretty quiet day, so that part is good. But now it's time for our easy, beginner-friendly, very cute pattern review. This time of year, this time of the video, I'm having a hard time because I'm not feeling well. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. I'm just looking off to the side because I have my notes here. So the pattern is called Crochet Granny Square Raffia Bag. It's called raffia because this particular pattern uses raffia. If you are comfortable using other yarns, I say go for it. The reason that I really like this is because I really appreciate useful things personally, and I also like to recycle, I like to upcycle, I like all of these things. So these kinds of projects, in my opinion, are really great if you have yarn that you need to use up, because these would make great gift bags and for any occasion, birthday, holiday, beach, whatever. And you could have a theme that every one of them is the same color, everyone is a different color, everyone is multiple colors. Really, the sky's the limit when it comes to things like this, and I think they're so fun, and you can really, even though it's something simple like a granny stitch, it's really fun, and you can really show your creativity off. So this one, yeah, I liked it for all of those reasons. The pictures are great, the instruction is great, and this is, yeah, it's definitely a beginner-friendly thing because it's 2 oversized granny squares and then some stitching around the outside, but they explain all how to do this very nicely, and that will be linked in the description box below. But given that we're in November and some of us have holidays coming up, I thought this one would be a good one because they won't take that long to put together, and then you'll have a few lovely little bags if you have gifting that needs to be done, or even if you need to store yarn somewhere. Something like this is great. It would fit several little balls of yarn in there just perfectly, like especially something this size. If you have lots of this size, great, perfect for that kind of thing. Thank you so much for joining me on Crochet, a Canadian crochet podcast. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified for when I upload again. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a really great week. Bye.